Oh, we are fucking on. Let's go. Alright, alright. Shut up, Belle. Give me a minute. Alright. So, sorry, I'm just getting some last minute things sorted, chaps. Just give me a quick second there. Alright. Here we go. Now, some of you are probably wondering why we're all here. Now, if some of you haven't noticed, I've been on this sort of topic again and again and again. So, we're going to start it off like this. And only like this, because this is the only way that I feel like we could start stuff off. So, in case y'all haven't been made alert to it, sorry about that fucking bad grammar, there's been some things going on. Some things that some of you might find interesting, and some of you others might take a look at it and piss all over it. You all know how it is. So, we're going to start off with this. Why the fuck am I doing this? What's this video gonna be about? Well, I say video, it's a fucking stream, isn't it? Well, you know what? Fuck off. We're gonna go to here. Watch me as I fuck over everything. Alright, we're going to start off here. Now. So, there's a lot of stuff that's been going on. So today, and first and foremost, we're going to talk about Tipster. Now, for those of you who've missed it, Tipster was recently exposed for some shit. He was exposed for a lot of stuff recently. And once again, he has failed to actually acknowledge his fuck up. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about how this useless fat sack of shit is incapable of basic... Oh shit. Alright. Sorry, I just got a fucking message on my phone there from a family member. So, we're going to talk about Tipster. And, you see, Tipster is a very unique person. He's a very sly fucker, right? If you give him an inch, he's going to take a fucking mile, right? So, the thing about Tipster is, if you've seen it on Twitter, he pretty much responded to this whole ordeal as, I'm just too based for the internet. Can we just talk about how, he was exposed as a pedophile. He was exposed for being disloyal to his wife at long last. And he was also exposed for being, still, to this day, a rampant alcoholic. And all he had to say was, I'm too based for the internet. Tipster, how about we just face facts and we just get to the understanding that you are a useless, fat sack of lying shit. Tipster, you're so full of shit that your fucking eyes are brown, and the least said about that, the better. Cause, hey, did you know that the chick that you wanted to kiss was also fucking 17? Are you aware of that? I bet you're fucking not. I bet you're fucking quaking in your fucking boots now, the same way your little fucking groupie Keffels got her fucking shit pushed in, and then she fucking ran off. Anyone remember that? Fucking Keffels. Keffels, don't ever fucking debate anyone again, because that was a travesty. That was like fucking watching the Hindenburg slowly collapse in on itself. It was a fucking shit show. And you have the audacity to sit there and try and call Augie fucking transphobic. Like that's gonna mean shit. Calling someone transphobic nowadays is like calling someone a racist. It has no fucking meaning anymore, and you fucking played yourself, you ridiculous dumb cunt. Moving on from that, we're gonna move on to another person, right? Another fucking person who's notorious for this fucking shit. Let's talk about Steve DeLive real quick, because you know what? I covered him at one point in a video, and I went easy on him for some reason, and I didn't say enough. So let's just get on to this. Hey, so Steve, if you're watching this, which I doubt you will, because you know you can't handle anybody questioning your fucking ego or anything like that. How dare anyone question the mighty Steve DeLive? Hey, question. So, how does Maya and Ruby's nuts taste? I just thought I'd ask, seeing as you're constantly gargling them as if there's no fucking tomorrow. It's a question I've always wondered, because I've always wondered what's it like being a groveling, whiny little bitch. And I think it's funny. I really, really think it's funny. Because when you add simp, I'm already here. Oh, Steve, yeah, and Steve is a fucking simp. Now, you know what's funny about Steve is that he won't attack you straight to your face. He won't fucking go after you. I realized I think I spelled truth wrong in my fucking thing, but that's not the point. The point is, fucking Steve will run away from everyone. He will literally, the minute you call Steve out for virtually anything, he will be hot on his heels to get away from it. I mean, look, he ran away from Sen. What more proof do you want that he's a coward little bitch? And on top of that, he's been ducking me a bunch. Why have you been ducking me, Steve? Come on, tell me the truth. Is it because you don't have the time for me, or is it because you know I'll rinse you out of it too? I mean, but hey, maybe Aura might change you into a new man, but that depends before or after you try to sim for his fucking wife. Oh, looks like Big Sen wants in. Everyone, here is Big Sen.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, what's up? You want in on this, I see?
Yeah, just real quick, because I wanted to let you know if you were aware of the events that transpired like 30 minutes ago, I think.
Is this when, by happen chance, is this when Steve went after Gigi's crippled sister?
Yeah, so what basically happened is first he messaged Ross out of nowhere,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, Ross, you're not blocked on this account. And then something about killing time and talking to Ross or some shit, which is like, if you have to talk to somebody that genuinely dislikes you to kill time because you have nobody else that wants to fucking talk to you in real life and on the internet, I don't know. Like, kill yourself, Steve. Like, I don't know if does your mom not want to talk to you either? Does your sister not want to talk to you either? Like,
Hey,
I don't know.
Steve, let's talk about it.
It's just weird that like he makes like these weird excuses to talk to these people he doesn't like or claims to doesn't like, right?
He's a washed-up has-been, and he's doing anything to try and grip onto that little piece of relevancy. You know what he's
Like
like if he wasn't. You know what he's like if he wasn't so goddamn pathetic. He's almost like Wings of Redemption. And it's like, he will say and do anything to get relevant, except for fucking Steve, because he tries to say that he's doing this to help his friend Maya. But she's not a friend to you, Steve, let's be honest. In terms of prison talk, she's a conjugal visit at best.
yeah, and like I mean, so that's the Ross bit, right? It's like that's just weird to me. In terms of like the second one, because he hit up GG for no reason, and he was like, "Now I think, knowing Steve, and I have like screenshots of him technically doxing Ari and his her fucking like what was it, her daughter. Although he did it for the righteous good and justice. The point is, I know Steve browses like Facebook and does all this ops and shit or whatever, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's the only reason why I wouldn't put it past him to be like trying to dox fucking GG's family members or something. Also, the last time, I think I have this recorded. I should be able to find it. The last time they were looking for information or doxes on family members. I remember Kayla, just that's Aura's wife or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Kayla was the one that found Slug's like family member. What was it? I, I don't think she knew. She just found like a list of his family members, and they're like, of course, this is public information, but like, the Kiwi way, which she claims to hate the Kiwis, but she acts a lot like the Kiwis.
Of course.
So, but yeah, a lot like it's kind of funny. So,
Naturally.
so she gets all this, they get the info on Slug, right? And she
Mm-hmm.
gives it to Steve for no fucking reason. Now, I'll tell you the reason why she was to be fair, why she was looking for info on public info on people in the first place. It's because of her friend Sushi, and she was trying to find public information or just any information on her ex fiance or whatever, called Jay. So while she was doing that, I guess Kayla wanted to take a little bit of a break to look for Slug or some shit, looking
Yeah.
for his information. So the only way that I see it, either Steve is looking for the doc, because out of the doxers, the people that doxed in the Crows of Judgment, the only like fucking Dean got it wrong. It wasn't like the doxers weren't me and fucking Crow. We don't hold the doxing ring. If you want to talk about the doxers, it's Kayla and fucking Steve. They're the ones that look for this shit. All right.
Exactly.
Like
That
the
brings
most
up
I did, the
that
most
brings up
I
another
mean,
question.
you wanna add me to it? I mean, I checked white pages one time for like a name Steve gave me. Like I guess maybe that's kind of like doxing, but like I know these people go one step further. So like there you go. I mean, there's the secret. The
Well,
secret's out the bag.
I
I
got a
mean, if you
better
wanna.
question, seeing as everyone's here. I got a better fucking question for this shit. So, Steve, you know what? Let's get the whole entourage here, right? Steve, Maya, Ruby, fucking Keffels, whoever else wants to be a part of it. Just throw your name in the fucking hat. I don't care. So, I have a big question. So, you'll go after all these people as soon as you get the hint of any information on them. Any information, you'll go after them. So, let me ask you something. Why are you half point bitches ducking me then?
Yeah, and Steve said he was gonna dox me and my dad. So I don't know what happened to that. I mean, he alluded to this like various times, like he was gonna dox me and my father, and I think he mentioned one of my mothers as well. I have two mothers, by the way. One is blood and one isn't. So
Hmm.
he said he was gonna do this shit, right? He never fucking did it. Now the pussy is like complaining that allegedly everybody has blocked him. Bro, he blocked everybody. Like he literally, like the account he's grifting right now that he doesn't want to get exposed on. He blocked everyone. I'm pretty sure if he knew your account, he'd block you too. But he blocked literally my entire mod team. He blocked me. I think he might have even blocked Ross at some point. So he's on this blocking spree. But then on his gay little alt account, he's acting like a fucking weirdo again, right? He's stalking people's family members, which I thought only Slug did that, Kayla. I didn't know, like, I guess we're supposed to pretend like, it's only Slug that does that. But we got Steve doing this shit, right? And he's doing all this shit, like, blatantly, too. I know everybody knows that he's doing this, and he's trying to, except for Crow. Crow probably doesn't know. And maybe
But
John. Maybe
because
John to an
he's
extent
a
doesn't know.
coward bitch. And that's the truth of it. He won't confront people directly. He'll dance around everything. I mean, hey, how long has he been fucking
Dude,
ducking me?
dude, listen. He fucking was complaining to Gigi and Ross that everybody has him blocked. Basically, nobody wants to step up to him. I fucking leave one message saying, "What's up, bitch boy? Where you been?" He doesn't fucking answer. Goes fucking quiet. I sent like two other messages, right? I showed the screenshots. I'm like, who the fuck blocked you? Like, who's ducking you? Who's scared of you? You know? Like, I'm not scared of Steve
It
fucking
seems
the
to
docs.
me like he's projecting his insecurities onto
Steve,
people.
if I could grab your skull, I would open your fucking mouth, put it on a sidewalk, and fucking stomp your skull in. That's how much like that is just love though, because I loved Steve the Lion, and love and hatred are very like they go hand in hand, and I love that guy. So now my love is just pure hatred. I want to hurt this guy if I ever find him. Like, I want to legitimately hurt. It's like when Aura would say how he wanted to stab Dean and do all this shit to Dean. That is exactly how I feel about Steve Alive. I want to do all these things to Steve. It is just that. Because Steve, he is just Dean like 2.0. He's just the better version of Dean. Because Unlike Dean, like Dean is still like a hobo. Like he lives with his fucking mother and he does a bunch of crack. Steve, he lives by himself and he does a bunch of drugs. But he still has all these malicious tendencies that fucking Dean does. He has no fucking real respect, but he tries to hide it. He tries to be charming like Dean is, right? Because Dean was a little charming. I'll give him
Yeah.
that. Crow was right. Dean was a little charming. So Steve has that same ability, but he's just escalated it a little more to where you can just like he's not as socially awkward as Dean, so he gets to put his fucking little hands on more people, right?
Yeah.
That's what Steve is good at. He can manipulate people, then get rid of them whenever he fucking needs to. Dude, I lost count of all the time he's thrown Aura under the bus. It's so fucking hilarious, right? I mean, I even have messages of Aura venting and saying this guy, because I think he was venting about Danny, and he's like, yeah, Danny called me a pedophile, and Steve just stood there, right? Because that actually happened. Danny, which was Steve's abusive ex at the time, called Aura a pedophile, and Steve took her side, right? Oh, I have those screenshots. I have screenshots of fucking Steve throwing Aura under the bus recently. What was it for the Ari situation? Where I don't even know why he said this to Dev, right? He said he tried to throw Aura under the bus for the Ari situation. He's like, oh, guess who did this? It was Aura. It's like, all right, cool, bro. Like at some point you gotta ask, where's your self-respect? This is like 30 fucking times. I forgot
He doesn't
the
have
first one.
any.
Like, where is like what the fuck is it?
I mean, it always
I
goes
don't.
back to it. Between all of them, they've all been fucking ducking me. But you see, this is what's funny about them ducking me is that I already know that they know I fucking exist, and they are legitimately terrified of me. And I love every second of it because
Eugen.
I am the one guy who has nothing to lose in this. They don't know shit about me. They never will. That isn't a challenge, but you can perceive it as which. Fucking Maya and Ruby. Ruby was so much of a fucking coward that she just left one comment on one of my videos, and all she stated was, "No, it wasn't a gay ops chat. It was just a place for people to hang out." Oh, really? It's just a place for people to hang out. So let me ask you something. Why'd you run away and hide?
Yeah. Like that's the thing too. Steve, he's fucking terrified of losing this James Soroka cloud. If he goes up against you, he's gonna fucking die. Like that, there's no question about it. It doesn't even take much. Like everybody had this opinion that Steve was this well put together guy who makes good points. No, he's a fucking idiot. Like when he was quote unquote debating me, I guess if he wanted to take it as that, which is fucking hilarious that he wants to take that as a debate. I was told to like not ruffle Steve's feathers. And one of the things this guy did was he tried to use this fucking weird emotionally manipulative tactic on me where he was like, oh, like he basically complained that Ggevens made like a 9/11 joke about his Arab fuck buddy at the time. And he got really upset about it. Like he brought that up like as a point against me. Like if I wanted to be a dick, I'd be like, I don't give a shit about your feelings. Like why do I care about your feelings, Steve? After all the shit you've done, like why should anybody give a
That's
fuck
the
about
issue. Yeah, that's the thing with Steve though. He's all talk and no fucking bite. Because all he can fucking do is dox people, and then when he can't do that, he runs away and ducks you.
Yeah, that's all he does. He's like, nobody wants to step up to me. I'm like, hey, pussy, where you been? Fucking runs away immediately. And it's like, if he uses the fucking irrelevant argument, it just doesn't work because it's like, well, look at who you're talking to, though.
Yeah.
Like, you're talking, no offense, like, white silverback gaming. Like, no offense, I like Ross, but like,
Yeah, no,
you're
I
talking
get
to
you.
Ross and my head mod. Like, what the fuck? Like, are you serious?
Anyone but
What is
you.
this shit? Yeah, it's like, what is this? At least talk to Simp. I know, fuck, try to debate Simp. You'll get fucked up too.
They
Like, what
won't
is this
fucking
shit?
debate me though, because that's the thing. I take all of them. I actually would. I'd take Tipster Keffels, Steve DeLive, Maya, Ruby, and Hoojin, right? All fucking 6 people, and I'd have them all done before dinner.
Yeah, and his Hugin's a gay little cloud chaser too. Like he's basically, I caught on to this quick, but he's the gay little lapdog for Steve because that is literally something Steve would do. He tried to do it with GG. Basically, Steve tries to like weaponize people that he views below him or whatever to try to like get rid of his problem. So he'll see, like, for example, at one point he was like, "Oh, GG, I could just use him to go at Ross," which he did technically do that. Or GG, I can use him to go at this. So it's like basically just a tool, right? So the
Mm-hmm.
Hyujin is basically the same thing. It's just Hyujin's schizophrenic that beats women, like kind of like Steve, but like more unhinged. And here's the thing: I'm not going to waste my time with Hyujin because I have a little bit of self-respect and I'm not that stupid. So here's the thing, and this isn't a disrespect to you.
Of
I
course.
like you, but we're like, obviously you haven't blown up yet and
Oh
shit.
yeah, of course.
So you assault the shit out of this guy,
Yeah.
fucking hell, show that these like Team Steve is fucking petrified, I guess. Fucking GG can have a go at fucking Hyujin before Hyujin ends up blocking him again. Hyujin wants to distract himself with people that are on his same level. Go ahead. Like, I think personally, you're better than Hyujin. I just think the algorithm's been fucking you for now.
Well,
But
yeah,
this little freak, you know how he got a majority of his subs from
yeah,
doing these stupid fucking Xbox fucking glitches or hacks or some shit? It's like, what
yeah.
the
He's not
fuck?
cut for this. He's not cut out for this shit. You can even listen to
That's
him when he's doing his like 2 hour video, his interview. He's not cut out for this shit.
He's just like John Michael Kelly. It's the fucking British version. John Michael Kelly is a pedo that fucked his sister, by the way, if anybody's wondering.
Mm.
Kiwi Farms has a bunch of his shit. But like that's all Hyujin is. They were both incredibly schizophrenic too. That's the thing. They would always lose their cool and shit. Um, the only reason Hyujin has a quote unquote online career or presence right now is because Salvo said he liked them, and that's literally all it is. Nobody gives a fuck about Hyujin by his own merit. Nobody even really wants to hate him that much because he's just boring. Like fucking Boblak said it. It's like, well, you want a reason why big commentary won't really talk about this because you're boring and just kind of like annoying.
Yeah.
That's all he fucking is. He's boring and kind of annoying. It's like, what the fuck? Get out of here. Like you literally, yeah. I mean, there are a bunch of good memes out there. I'll send them to you later, but they're all like huge memes, and it's pretty fucking funny. But yeah, I mean, that's just my thoughts on like everything Steve has done in like the last 30 minutes or so. And his little fucking troglodyte friend,
Yeah.
Yuji, or whatever. I just wanted to get that out there.
Brilliant.
What are your thoughts on this whole thing?
Well, you see, this whole stream is me just to fucking point out the fact that they're fucking ducking me. So I've already talked about fucking Burger Neck.
Yeah.
Now I'll move. I was gonna say some stuff about Maya and Ruby, but then I thought about it and I was like, no, they probably fucking get off to it, right? So I'm not gonna give them that. So the true person who I want to call out for this, we've already talked about him, believe it or not, is fucking Hyujin. Because here's the thing: Steve ducking me, Tipster ducking me, they're bigger than me. I get that, but Hyujin, you're only at what 800 and something, and I'm at 103. You ducking me, there's no fucking excuse, bitch boy.
And again, a majority of those subs came from his like Xbox glitch or whatever the fuck. That's just so
Exactly.
weird.
And it's like, this is my whole thing. This whole stream, the hard truth is, Hyujin needs to be called out. I know I misspelled truth, GG. I already pointed it out. However, here's the deal. Hyujin, I would like to formally challenge you right now in front of whoever watches this. Fucking debate me. Because you know what? You in particular have fucking annoyed me. Because you, of all people, turning around and talking about Sen and all that, saying that, oh, Sen is just a little boy to me. Yeah, he's a little boy who's like, what, fucking 20k up ahead of you?
Yeah.
He doesn't
I mean,
fucking sit there and
it's one
bitch
of
about
those
Slug.
it's one of those cases where it's like, would you rather be a nobody or a has-been? It's like, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, I guess I would enter right now the has-been status because I kind of just like I mean, in a sense, gave up, right? Like I still do streams, but they're not anything that are gonna generate the big clicks, right?
Yeah.
The grind right now, if you want to even call it that, are just like videos that are really like basically not advertiser friendly and are just like, they're what I'm making, what kind of content I'm making, and it'll upset a couple people, but like that's the thing. It's like sure, has been, but like there was a point, Eugen has never reached that level. Like he never probably will, because here's the thing: the second if he reaches that level, he's gonna go insane, right? He's gonna
Mm-hmm.
go fucking crazy. He's not gonna be able to fucking take it, because when you're at the top, I'll tell you from experience, as many people as are gonna pretend to like you, they're gonna be those same people that are gonna fucking hate your guts, and they're gonna wait to stab you in the fucking back relentlessly. Trust me, it's happened. Especially with the people you like to surround yourself with. Let's be fucking honest here. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I know the people I surrounded myself with in the long distant past, Kiwi farmers, wasn't the smartest choice. And I saw that, and I'm still living it to this day, so of course. But at the same time, it's like, it's not like Hugin keeps better company.
Oh no,
Maya,
yeah.
Ruby, Steve, like what the
But
fuck
that's
is
what I'm
wrong with you? Are
pointing
you
out to him is that your career, Hujin. This is why I want to debate you so bad. Is that in terms of your career, you're a dead man walking. So I would personally like to debate you before you get fucked in the ass by hopefully Keemstar when you end up in a fucking scandal and then Maya and Ruby and all them ditch you.
He will. I'll tell you this: he'll never get to that level. He'll never get to a Keemstar. Like that's the thing. Like you can give Salvo credit for where he got as well, but like that just goes to show you too. Not even Salvo was safe from this shit, because eventually everything it caught up for him. And again, it's like the people. Like let's be honest though, did Salvo ever really even need to be canceled? No, he didn't. What the fuck came out of it? Nothing. It was just a bunch of vengeful, angry people that came at him for no fucking reason and over escalated the situation. It's like if Salvo couldn't handle that situation, you really think somebody is mentally unstable, a fucking domestic abuser like Hugin is gonna be able to fucking handle that? Fuck no, Steve couldn't even handle that. Like, there's the thing: when people start caring about you more, any little thing can be weaponized against you tenfold. And I have plenty of things on Steve backed up, recorded, because no, I didn't trust you at the end, faggot. Right? I didn't
Yep.
trust you or anybody at the fucking end, faggot. That's why OBS was really good for those last calls that we had. So yeah, there's a lot, right? So it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter for these people because it's already over. It's like one of those
They're
self-fulfilling
already dead
prophecies.
men walking.
Yeah, it's over. It's there's nowhere you're gonna go. Like the only place I want to see Steve go is in a fucking casket or reincarnation or fucking fried or something. I don't want this guy, but I want him to understand the reason I'm so extreme is because I loved him. He was my best friend. He was my buddy. That's why
Yeah.
that's why it is. That hatred. I mean that love that love turned into pure hatred. You know what I mean, son?
Oh, I 100%. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all I have to say. I'm sorry for talking your
No,
ear
you're
off
you're
and
good. You're
stuff.
good.
Yeah. I'm gonna head out now, but
Alrighty.
I'll enjoy the rest of the stream.
All right. See you later.
See you then.
Righto, chaps. So now that that's done, and that truth has been put out there, it's time for my little bit. I say little, it's got to be a lot. So let's talk about the biggest person here who I have a massive dislike towards, and that's going to easily go to fucking Hoojin. So Hoojin, I know you're probably going to be watching this with your little fucking soy boy cook bitch boys, Maya, Ruby, hell, probably Steve as well. So I want this perfectly understood. If all of you are watching this, I'm not afraid of you. Never have been, never fucking will be. You can go after all these people without a name. You can go after all these people with your fucking blackmail and screenshots. So hey, I got a challenge for you all today. Fucking come at me. Seeing as, I'm the one person that you've all been fucking ducking consistently. And Ruby, don't even say that you're not ducking anyone. Because you have been ducking everyone like the fucking plague. You've been ducking people like it's tax evasion season. Same with you, Maya. Funny how the minute that lawsuit came up, you went real fucking quiet behind your little protective wall in fucking Twitter, isn't it? You want to fucking talk about it? Hey, let's get back to Hoojin. So, Hoojin, you can debate everyone on Twitter. You can call them retards and all that, but you can't debate someone like me with a small following. But hey, who knows, chat? Maybe if I was a woman, he would have happily verbally beaten the shit out of me like he did with his fucking IRL wife. So hey, it's of no surprise to me that he's ducking me because I'm a man. I'm not a woman. I'm not his type for fight, if you will. So now we're gonna go into a bit more of a more hard truth. We're gonna go back to fucking Hoojin in a minute because there's still a few more shit we need to cover. Steve DeLive has already been buried here. No point of talking about him. So let's go back to fucking Fatneck real quick. Hey, Tipster, how's your 12-step shit going on? Hey, everyone, did you know that he blocked me? He blocked me on Twitter because I gave him advice to just take the L and move on, and he blocks me. And then he proceeds to call himself based. Yes, because blocking everyone, Tipster, makes you automatically fucking based. You fucking fat, lying, fake piece of shit, neckbeard, fucking nice guy cunt. Oh, that's right, yeah, you see, I'm already blackballed in commentary, so we all know, yeah, what's good, Vice Hella? So I'm already blacklisted in commentary, so I'm fucking saying all of this shit because fuck it, right? Hi, Keem. Hi, everyone. Yes, this is the sim killer that this video is being sent to you. This is the one you're blacklisting. Hi, everyone. So, yeah, who else is there to talk about? Oh, yeah, fucking Keffels, too. Did y'all see Keffels' debate on Augie's stream? That was a sad affair. Oh, my God. The minute she was you know what? Fuck that. The minute Keffels was confronted with any verbal debate, what the fuck was Keffels' first approach of action, everyone? Are you being transphobic towards me? Oh yes, Keffels, because you're so fucking important. Keffels, the way you go on, you act like you're the next Anne Frank, or the next, like, Holocaust survivor, so do us all a fucking favor and shut the fuck up. Keffels, please, shut the fuck up. You're not a victim. You're not a survivor of anything. Just please, close your fucking mouth for 10 minutes. Seriously. I haven't seen anyone bitch this much since fucking Maya. Yeah, so, anyone seen anything new from Tipster? Bet you fucking haven't, because he's running scared now, probably deleting all of his old fucking tweets, because, you know, he got cuffed for being practically a fucking ped. So, realistically, he's probably scrubbing that fucking Twitter like it's the ship deck. Hey, is anyone going to talk about this? How he was pretty much confronted with that shit and his whole reaction was too based for the internet? Based, alright. Based fucking turkey, maybe. But as far as being super based for the internet, nah, that ain't you fucking... That ain't you. Leafy is more based than you. Because Leafy actually calls shit out that's factual, and at least if when he says he's gonna leave something, Leafy fucking sticks to that decision. And he doesn't back out of it like 3 or 4 times like you did, eh? Oh, I hate the commentary community. They're trying to call me a lolly lover. I don't even know what lolly is, so let me explain it to you in great detail, and let's ask, how is this lolly? Like, Tipster, this is like some next level Neville Chamberlain writing. Like, you're such a fucking coward, you're fucking overweight, you're useless, and you can't even stick to the bonds of fucking matrimony. So the fact that you call yourself a credible source on the internet is more of a laughable joke than saying that Eugenia Cooney is a peak fucking fitness trainer. You're a joke. You're nothing. You're a fucking washed up, no good Twitch streamer. I say Twitch streamer because that's all he ever does, that he streams, and he makes everyone feel sorry for him. Oh, look at me, guys. Everyone's picking on me. I'm the fat kid. Everyone's picking on me. Feel bad for me. Like, Tipster, fuck off. Like, seriously. And did anyone notice his political shift? He went from, like, central left, or central left, and then far left. You really think that the fucking kiddie fuckers are going to give you the push that you need to get out of relevancy, Tipster? You really think that's a good fucking call, buddy? Yeah, listen, that ain't it. So who else have we got to talk about? You know what? Let's go back to Hoojin real quick, because I just realized something about Hoojin. Hey guys, do you all want to know a fun fact about Hoojin? Go on, put it in the chat, I won't bite. Do you all want to know a fun super fact about Hoojin? Because I know something about him. I have a little fucking theory about this clown. So, Hoojin, the rumor on the streets is that he kicked the shit out of his wife, right? Well, guess what? Sim Killer News has something to report. That's not what happened. Do y'all want to know what fucking happened? Hoojin got his ass kicked by his wife, and then she divorced him. And you're probably wondering where I'm basing this theory off of. Probably the fact that he can't debate worth a shit, and if you actually look at him and his physique, he wouldn't be able to punch his way out of a fucking bag, let alone beat the shit out of a woman. So where is everyone? Huh? Because I know they're probably watching this. Hey guys, they're probably one of the fucking 11 people that were in here. Because notice how the concurrent view rate, you can't see it. Actually, you can see it because I'm streaming it. The concurrent view rate went to 6, and then it's dropped back down to 2. Now, I don't like being a conspirator, but I have a funny guess who those 6 were. I have a funny feeling. Could it possibly have been the same 6 people that I was looking to call out? Yeah, check their Twitters. You never know what you might fucking find. Oh yeah, Hoojin, by the way, goes by Commentary or Terry Killer now. Yeah, real fucking original Hoojin. You might as well have called yourself the Simp Saver or some shit. Plagiarize me further, you fucking piece of shit. Oh, they claim they're mentally untouchable. They claim that they can debate anyone under the table. Yet when it comes to me, one guy sitting in a live stream, screaming at his computer screen telling them to debate me, nowhere to be seen. They're radio silent. Do you know why they're radio silent, chat? You really want to know why? Because they know if they step to me, that their careers will crumble to fucking dust. And that is the truth of it. Because they got nothing on me. They don't know me. They don't know what I do. They don't even know what I eat for fucking breakfast. And you know what? You know what? We're gonna get everyone's favorite fucking guy in here. We're gonna get our boy Gigi in here to further this fucking chaos. Let's fucking do this, boys. Gigi, how are you?
Hello.
So, to continue off of what I'm saying, where the fuck is everyone? You are all talking big, saying that nobody can debate y'all, so where the fuck are you all? Did you hear that? It's the wind, Gigi. It is the cold, quiet fucking wind. Because the minute they get into a debate with me, I am going to fuck them worse than what fucking Bang Bros did to Mia Khalifa. They're terrified.
Well, I mean, they pick a fight that they can't win.
That they can win.
Can't.
Because look, I'm serious about this though, by the way. This is a legitimate open thing. If you all want to debate me, then fucking do it. Don't be fucking hiding behind your Twitter account. Just fucking do it. Hey, and if Tipster and all those bigger guys, if they back out, I'll accept it with fucking grace. You're bigger than me. You don't want to give me clout. Whatever your fucking shitty excuse is. I accept it with grace, but there's one person that I will not accept it, and I will permanently brand him a fucking woman-beating coward, and that is Hoojin. Hoojin, you are literally, it's just a 700 difference between you and me. If you think for even of a fucking second that you will be able to give me clout with those numbers, you're dead wrong. So, this is what we're going to do, Hoojin. You have 2 options. You shut the fuck up talking about Sen, Dev, and all of my fucking friends. You shut up talking that shit, because if you're not willing to fucking debate me, you are most certainly not fucking willing to go at them. So that's step 1. You're going to shut the fuck up. 2, you're going to tell your little fucking entourage, Maya, Ruby, and possibly Steve the fucking Craven to fuck off too. Because once again, if they're going to use a peon like you to fucking talk shit, then they are not worthy to even lick the fucking ground that I walk on, let alone debate me. So, Gigi, you have anything to say?
Yeah, I mean, Hugion's a pussy. He says that I'm not worthy, yet he spurgs at me whenever I bring up that he beat his wife. And I don't know if it's that, or it's just because I tagged Matt Pitt showing how fucking two-faced he is.
Like, I seriously insist on. I insist, it's like, oh, so Gigi's not worthy. Alright, then, so who is Hoojin? If Gigi, of all people, is not worthy to be debated towards, then who fucking is? I'll tell you who in a short answer. No one, because God forbid King fucking Hoojin comes off his fucking shit brown throne to address anyone. So that's the truth.
Here's the thing, like, regardless if the story about him beating his wife is true, most people are just trolling. Like Slug, myself included, a lot of people, because they don't like him. Yet he gets his panties in a twist, and he constantly protests
Hey
that
Narcia,
he's
welcome
innocent.
to the stream.
And this is the same guy who is constantly saying that he's the king troll and all this other shit.
King Troll, where? I see no king here. I see no one who
Well,
is worthy of that mantle.
well, he is from Great Britain, so.
Great Britain. You know what? There is only one person that I know, a YouTuber that I know that will deserve that king title, and that's fucking Henry West. And you ain't no Henry West Hoojin.
Yeah, the only remaining monarch in all the world is in Great Britain, and it's probably just like what's the word?
I'm
A
fucking
societal
serious
thing
though. I really,
that
really.
gives him the idea he can call himself a
Yeah,
king.
it's like Hoojin. Like, you need to chill your fucking delusions, because there's a reason why I'm going at you as hard as I am. There's a reason for it, is because out of everyone that I've encountered in this situation, you are the only one that is here for one reason. That's trying to get some fucking tits off a chick. That is the only reason why you're. They say what you want about Steve. Say what you want about him. He's in it for the same thing. However, he has the decency and fucking courtesy to fuck off every now and again. You are like a thorn. Oh, and by the way, remember a Karen Terry killer? I'm bringing this up again
Oh,
because,
yeah.
that annoyed me. In case you can't tell, Hoojin, yes, I do have a bit of a fucking ego, but the difference between you and me is that I fucking deserve it. What ego do you have, you woman-beating piece of shit fuck?
I mean, the whole thing with Hugin, he's trying to imitate Salvo for the most part, and he's failing at it.
Intimidate. You can't
Because
imitate someone like Salvo.
I mean, unless if you're mentally unstable to a certain degree.
He's a
Like I know
fucking.
Salvo.
Hmm.
I know Salvo keeps up the kayfabe a bit too much, but he does understand what he's doing. Hugin thinks that, oh, I just have to act fucking schizo and everyone will like me just like Salvo.
Hey, everyone who's in the chat, right? Anyone who's still here watching this, right? Let's have some fun with this, shall we, everyone? Any of you who have a Twitter, I personally invite you to share this video out to Hoojin, to Maya, anyone you can think about. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're wondering what Hoojin's at is, it's at Commentary Killer, I believe. You can't
Karen
miss
Terry.
Karen Terry Killer, that's him, at Karen Terry Killer. That's Hoojin, and hey, you can't miss it because everything he does is copying me now. So just look for the angry chap with a funny British accent, and there you go.
Yeah, he kind of ruined the whole Greek name we gave for him.
Oh,
Because
that's
he
why.
got banned.
Oh yeah, banned. I say he deactivated his fucking account.
Nah, he got banned for doxing and
Oh,
threatening to
wow.
swat people.
So if you want any more fucking proof that he hangs around with Maya, Ruby, and all them, there you fucking go, people. What a fucking shock. The fucking guy who hangs around with doxers gets fucking banned for doxing? Who's seeing this coming? And you know why, by the way? There's a reason why I don't have any gameplay going on in the background, right? And I'm just showing the analytics here, right? Do you know why I'm doing that? Is because I want to test people's characters who I'm up against here, right? If they even dare bring up these numbers against me, right? Because they probably haven't watched that far in. They're probably already cutting a video together, right? I'm gonna fucking blast them.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, like I predicted, fucking Hugin was going to become like old Slug. the crazy guy that he was like ranting about in that one video that said that he was like saying people should be gang raped and shit like that. Well, I mean, here's Hugin basically using doxes and threatening to swat people, which could get people killed.
That's another
That's
thing.
completely
Really quick,
unhinged.
speaking of wishing that sort of thing on people. Oh, Maya! I haven't forgotten about you, you sneaky little bitch. I'm on your ass now. If I fucking catch, and I have my ways of knowing, bitch, if I fucking catch you posting about people being narcissists again, I'm gonna literally find a way to get an ad put on YouTube advertising exactly what you fucking did. Because I have never seen a massive narcissist talk more about how to avoid narcissists.
I think that'd be pretty funny because, like, back in the day, Steven Crowder did the same thing to the Young Turks, where he was playing the part of Cenk Uygur. He got all greased up and was like eating bacon grease and acting erratic and whatnot, like Cenk always does.
It's so fucking funny, dude, because here's the thing, Maya. I hate. You know what? No, I don't hate to do this, because you know what? This isn't the new Sim Killer. This is OG Sim Killer from DRM. I'm gonna be fucking honest with you, Maya, and it really gives me some form of new pleasure to do this. You are not a model. You are not even attractive. I would much rather, after a drunken stupor, get into the fucking bed with Hugh fucking Hefner than even touch you. I would rather have Lizzo fucking jump on me for the entire night than have you even touch me nor look at my direction. For somebody who thinks she's so attractive, I've yet to fucking see it. Because the more I look at you, the more I fucking realized why Repsion ditched you to the curb.
Yeah, it wasn't because she stabbed herself and threatened to blame it all on him if she
Oh
died.
yes, let's not forget that. Oh yeah, by the way, hi Jane. If you're watching this, thanks to me taking the piss out of not Repsion. I got my names confused. Out of fucking Maya. Stick around. Show's gonna get better. So Maya, how about we talk about the fact that the only fucking reason that you even have a beef with Jane is simply due to the fact that she's fucking your ex. And you want to talk about how Repsion is a narcissist? Did you write that post whilst looking in a fucking mirror, or Maya, or are you just that fucking retarded? Repsion! Repsion is
I mean,
an abuser. He's a narcissist. Yeah, coming from the abuse of fucking narcissist, I take that as a fucking compliment.
I mean, here's the thing. Maya has gone as far as to basically pin attempted murder on Jane for her apartment being shot up by some random black guy, with a
Oh,
ridiculous story about a stolen gun from a nanny. And the stolen gun, it happened to be stolen like 6 months after the apartment gets shot up.
okay. With all due fucking respect, Maya, you are not okay. Time to bring people back down to earth, guys. Maya, first of all, who the fuck are you to be warranted being whacked? You are nobody. You are the literal definition of irrelevant, and that's coming from someone with 103 subs.
Well, I mean, Ice Poseidon called her pump and dump when he fucked her.
Somebody fucked her?
Yeah, Ice Poseidon.
Ice Poseidon, if you're watching this, I will personally pay for your therapy and recovery. I am so sorry. But, like, no. It's ridiculous because she has a fucking ego because, she watched a few clips of all these women doing OnlyFans, thinking that she's gonna get all the self-respect, money, and love in the world, and in reality, she realized that she sold herself for fucking peanuts, and when she hits 50, she's gonna wonder why nobody wanted to marry her.
And like it's escalated from like trying to implicate Jane for attempted murder to the point of just calling CPS on them, like having her kids taken away. I
That's
mean, that's what brought
beyond.
about the recent lawsuit.
Yeah, that's beyond fucked up. Oh, and by the way, I hope you get sued into oblivion, bitch. I hope you have to move back with your parents and explain exactly why you were fucking sued. Actually, you know what? No, scratch that. I hope your fucking parents kick you to the curb so you have to sell yourself for fucking bedding.
Well, according to the judge, as of late, her daddy has to pay for her lawyer now. She can't use bankruptcy as an
And
excuse.
I like to have, by the way, for anyone who's watching this, you know me as the guy who's normally fair to everyone. You know me as the guy who's willing to hear everyone's side out. But you know what? It's not fucking happening anymore. Because the way I fucking see it is that if you give retards like this an inch, they're gonna take a fucking mile. So we are not giving them any more chances. We are not giving them any more of their fucking piece to be said, because you know what? They just don't fucking deserve it. And the day, by the way, because it's coming, tipster, the day when you have your first heart attack in that fucking chair, the internet is gonna meme you into oblivion. So be very fucking careful what you decide to use for clout next, you fucking overzealous piece of shit.
Yeah, and like back to the whole Maya thing, Ruby actually helped
Hey,
her in the
Ulrich.
CPS call. We apparently Jane and Repsion were able to link it back to an account that was owned by Ruby and Maya.
What? Ruby was helping another piece of shit do bad things?
Yes,
Gigi,
and
I don't.
Hugin is defending all of this.
Gigi, I don't want to alarm you or anything. You might want to sit down for this, but I think you're a fucking genius. These bitches work together, and you know what? I'm not trying to be sexist to the female viewers out there, but women, am I right? But no, here's the thing. The fact that those two had to fucking work together to try and get rid of Jane just shows you how insecure Maya is, and it shows you how much of a horrific piece of shit Ruby is. Oh, Ruby is the reason why I haven't said much on you. I probably have, and I can't remember it because that's how blinding angry I am because I decided to do this with a fucking headache. I know, guys, I'm terrible. But Ruby, how about we play a little game, Ruby? Let's play the not piece of shit game. Let's see how long you can go without being a lying, manipulative, disingenuous piece of shit. And Gigi Narcy says, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Okay, so he's doing fine. Oh, by the way, hey Steve, are you gonna react to my video, or are you just gonna sit there pretending like everyone's ducking you? Because the only thing that you've been fucking ducking right now, Steve, is either tax evasion or more than likely Gigi and fucking Sen. It's awfully
I
funny
mean,
though.
here's the thing.
Oh no, here's the thing, real quick, right? It's awfully funny how you prove my fucking point though, Steve, that the only time you go after people is when you have information, because you just done that to my boy Gigi.
Well, I don't know if he has information yet. He just seems to be in one of his moods today because he went at everybody. He didn't specifically just go at me. He went at Redsky. He went at Ross. He went at me and a few others that I'm currently hearing about. So I don't know. It could be just like he's on his period. Who knows?
Oh, let's see. Who else do we got? And hey, anyone who's in here watching this, right? I gotta say this. This isn't just gonna be negativity. Alright? If there's anyone that you should love in this situation and who's been hurt the most by it, in all honesty, and I mean this deep from the heart, it's been Repsion and Jane. Half of this shit shouldn't have fucking happened to them, and the fact that it didn't, the commentary community stayed so silent about it, is fucking horrendous. So go and give them some love each.
Yeah, and like here's the thing. Steve can come at me, call me a conspiracy theorist, even though him and Ruby were the ones spreading around the fucking rumor that Jane had killed Repsion because he disappeared for a month on socials. So I don't know where he gets the leg to stand on when he's using false information about Slug's father to call him a pedophile and all this other shit. Then he comes back into my DMs on his alt account, says, "Thanks for the ammo against Colton." And this is after he's calling me a conspiracy theorist. And I'm like, wait a minute. If I'm a conspiracy theorist, how am I going to be a reputable source when you're going after Colton?
Oh, yeah.
You know, the disconnect there for a fucking pothead is just astounding.
Tell Sim to add me. You could have just told me here, sir. Hey, Gigi, could you do me a big favor, and I'll appreciate it for the rest of my natural long life? Do me a favor and make a group chat with you, me, and Sen.
Okay.
Thank you, my good friend.
Give me a sec.
So everyone, as I said, between everything, I'm still bodying these fucking people, and I have a blinding fucking headache. What does that tell you? Even on my worst day, I could still out debate these motherfuckers, and they're not even here. That's the point that we're making here today, is that cowards will never fucking win. Because that's all they are in reality, is that they're just cowards. And thank you, Narcia. Oh, he's making it. See, I'm a bit of a fucking... So, guys, I'm a bit of a fucking retard tonight. See, I can admit that, though, because I'm not too much of an egotistical piece of shit like the fucking rest of these clowns that we've mentioned there. Oh, that's my cue.
Forgot we had this one.
Hello, boys. We are... there's a whole bunch of us here now. Look at that. The whole entourage is coming out to rip these people apart.
Well,
Hell yeah.
Redski's at work
Redski's
right now.
work. Yeah, Redski's at work right now. But fuck, what was I gonna say? GG. I'm very sorry that he is going after your sister again. I don't know why, dude. I don't know why he goes after family. I'm not usually the guy that makes this like these moral arguments or anything, all right? But like, if you're gonna constantly make moral arguments for why we can't, or anybody for that matter, can't go after Steve's family, why the fuck is he bringing in somebody else's family into this? You know what I mean? It's fucking retarded. Like, this is stupid. Like, this is exactly why I took such an issue with like the way fucking Kayla was being so dishonest when she was defending him, like she used to defend fucking Dean with all that dishonest shit. It's like, you do know, like, if you like this has been my pitch, and nothing has changed, by the way. Just because Slug did a fuck up, that nothing has changed. Steve and Slug are literally the same person. Like, the only difference is that fucking Steve is smarter with how he doxes. Steve is smarter with how he threatens people. Steve is just a smarter version of Slug. Like, what the fuck? Like, can we stop pretending like it's not the fucking case? Like, you guys are so full of shit. Like,
I disagree there, because Slug doesn't do drugs.
aside from that, okay? Slug is fat, alright? We can put that on him.
Narcy, I'm not tired. I just have a blinding headache, and I've had it all day. So it's not like, don't worry, these idiots aren't contagious. You won't catch anything off them. I just had a headache the whole day. But no, like, seriously, fuck Steve. It's like, Steve, if you want, I can even the playing field. This is an offer that I'm gonna make to you. If you want, I can find out every little thing about you. If you want. I found out that you were a pothead. Imagine what else I can find.
Yeah.
Yeah, Narcia.
And that's
he's
not
going
a
after
threat.
my sister like he's always been doing.
And that's not a threat, Steve. It's a fucking warning, by the way. I don't deal in threats. I deal in fucking warnings. So if you want to keep pressing this shit, I'm gonna push right back.
Steve,
here's the funny thing. He thinks he's getting at me with my sister.
Why the
and
fuck,
he
yo? GG, I just have to say, how does he open these, like, Simp, do you have these messages? Like, do you want to pull them off on stream?
I sent it to Simp and our DMs.
Thursday, you're gay, GG Evans, but thank you for the Colton ammo. Like, what the fuck? Fucking surfing emoji, guitar emoji, and then, like, 2 weird emojis, right? Then, like, what, fast forward, how long is this, GG? Like, 5 days later? You're a faggot, by the way.
Yeah, he keeps saying that.
You're a faggot, by the way.
So this is the tweet here. This is GG responding to it.
Yeah, scroll down. You had it before.
Wait. He says, and your sister is dying / maybe dead. I don't keep up with your nonsense. Well, clearly you do if you're going ahead and you're making statements like that, or you're just like wishing death upon her at this point. I don't know. I'm just on here because other people have me blocked. I don't have you blocked, faggot. You blocked me, and you blocked everybody else on my mod team. And you're like a new Ross to play with while I'm waiting for replies. Like, okay, so you're telling me nobody wants to talk to you while you wait for replies? Like, where's Aura? Where's Kayla? Where's fucking any of your IRLs if you still have them? Like, what the fuck? Are you telling me, where's your sister? Where's your mother? Like, are you telling me, where's your your father that you fucking left because he left your mom for cheating on him? Like, are you telling me that in real life, at an internet world, nobody wants to fucking talk to you because you're that much of a fucking mega bitch? Like, are you where's Hugin? Go talk to Hugin! What the fuck? I don't fucking like. You see how this is retarded,
Yeah,
GG.
it's 100% fucking
Tim,
stupid.
I'm not fucking crazy here. And then when like little bitch boy wants to act tough to like, okay, so Ross, an unknown, and a fucking Discord mod. No offense, GG. But then I just show up and I'm like, yo, what up, bitch? Like, where you been? Like, why are you hiding? Like, what the fuck? Like, you remember? And this is so fucking like, this is so funny. Like, people want to act like Steve has moved on from this shit, right? Like, dishonest people, dishonest to the max. People want to act lying faggots, want to act like Steve has moved on and shit. But like, then he's doing shit like this, right? So where's this like kumbaya speeches about how like, oh, Tipster, needs to stay away from toxicity because he said he wanted to. Didn't Steve make like the same fucking gay pitch or something?
Yes, he
Isn't
fucking
Yeah.
did.
isn't that literally the reason why he blocked all of us? Because he wanted to see. But now he's doing this on an alt account like a fucking pussy. So there's no fucking excuse for any of this shit. It's fucking
Well,
gay.
here's my 2 cents on it. Like, he blocked all of us on his main account because we were replying to his shit about Soroka with that fucking call from the police he got. I think that's why he blocked us mainly, and then he made that retarded fucking list, the people who support Slug and whatnot. And I've been trolling him with that because I didn't bother blocking him on that list. I don't bother blocking anybody at all. And I changed my bio to where I just put his name and his fucking place there.
But
Call him a
real
pedophile.
quick,
That way, every time one of my tweets shows up,
you know
you will
what's
see Stephen Lithgow of Barrie, Ontario, is a pedophile.
Like we haven't even made the like. It's like,
Well,
God,
real quick,
like,
here's the fucking funny thing, right? I want to point out another flaw in Steve the Moron's fucking arguments real quick, right? So, he was going, remember he made his little alt account and he was adding people into, like, this fucking group thing on Twitter where it's, like, people who support doxing pedos or some shit, right?
yeah, the slug thing.
Yeah,
He wanted
so,
to like.
whoa,
I
whoa,
hate
wait.
this. Like,
Here's the thing,
yeah.
though. Steve, question. So, all those people that you add to that list are defending doxing pedos, right? So, not you defending fucking Maya like your fucking life depends on it, right? You want to
Defended
talk about it?
So technically, I did defend the doxing pedo. I did defend Steve.
Oh, yeah, but
Like
it's like,
Yeah,
multiple times too.
it's
So
like,
I
Steve,
mean,
let's talk about it.
GG, you defended him too. So like, we gotta take blame for that shit. We
yeah,
did
I was
defend
about
Steve.
to tell Ross I should have traded Steve for him a long time ago.
Here's the funny thing, though. It's like, we've already discovered that Steve was selling dope and all that, right? Could have been selling it to kids. We don't know. So this whole pedophilia thing's starting to make fucking sense. But
Hey, age of consent in fucking Canada is 16.
it don't matter.
Alright?
My
And
point.
Steve knows about that.
The point I'm
you know?
making, the point that I'm making is even he had to drug minors before he could get his leg over.
I don't know, dude. All I know is this guy is a pussy. He wants to make it out like he's not,
Steve
but like
the
again,
fucking Cosby.
he's trying to talk to fucking Discord mods and fucking Ross, who like apparently he thinks is like special needs or some shit. Like what the fuck, dude?
That's kind of
Like
funny.
he's even gotten so pussy to the point where like he's blocked Redsky, and he used to like talk down to this guy all the time. He used to call him like inferior and shit like that, and think like that he ain't worth shit or whatever, and like he's below him and he can't handle it. And now like the one thing Steve does, this is how much of a fucking pussy he is. He just says KYS to Redsky, doesn't stick around for a combo, doesn't stick around for a reply. He just fucking blocks him right there. It's like you are exactly like Tipster. You're just like Tipster indeed. You do the same fucking shit. You're such a faggot. You are fucking queer. You are a plague on society, and most of the people that defend you are also fucking plagues, like in appearance and inside. So I don't understand. Like this guy just needs to go and
Like
you know what I mean? Like if he's like literally spiting me by not killing himself, he's doing a good job. I'll be honest. Like Steve, if you're spiting yourself by not slitting your wrist like you should have when Tommy got you upset, you are doing a great job. Like if you're not slitting your wrists like you should have when Danny abused you and shit, you're doing a good job. That's all I'll say.
Well, we don't have to wait too long, soon. We just have to wait for him to have a bad day, where he
Just have
breaks
to
his leg and maybe a car accident, and the Canadian death panels will take care of him through euthanasia.
We
Like
just
straight up, if Steve kills himself and he blames me, I wouldn't even fucking blame him. Like I wouldn't even care. I would take it as a badge of honor. I don't even care if I go to jail or some shit. Like if Steve let go, Barry Ontario fucking kills himself, and he, like please blame it on me. Be like, you can even use my docs if you have it, like my actual docs, or you can use the docs that the fucking Dean has for some reason to this day. Um, either or, it doesn't matter. Cause yo, GG, you remember when fucking Steve was like trying to allude that he was gonna dox me, my dad, and my mom, whichever he was gonna dox? Do you remember that?
Yeah,
He did that like
it
for
was your
like a week.
mother.
No, it was both. He told me. Well, you weren't in the group chat though. Well, he did it for me and my dad, but also my mother or one of them and shit. I don't know. He kind of gave up on that, I guess. He alluded that he was gonna go after Redsky too. I guess he gave up on that too.
he won't even go after me.
He won't even go after you. That's like the worst part. And like he has a pattern of doing this. Back when Schild was still doing like the drama content, he would say so much shit to Steve, and Steve would run away like a faggot. Like he just runs away.
Do you
He
reckon?
runs away.
Do you reckon if
He
I was
runs.
more active on my Twitter, the little fucking keyboard warrior would come out to play?
No, he'd block you. Legit, he would block you. Like the only people he thinks he has a one up on are fucking Ross and GG. I don't even know why he thinks he has a one up on GG. That is like that's straight up the like I don't okay, he must be drunk right now. This is like a sign that he's probably drunk because he's only ever this unhinged when he has a bad day, he doesn't have enough weed or he's drunk. That's the only time he's this fucking unhinged. This none of the shit he did today makes any fucking sense. Like he's acting tough in GG and Ross's DMs. I step up to him, he fucking cries and runs away. He tries to fucking act tough to Redsky, but he ends up blocking him anyway, so he's crying and running away there too. None of this shit makes sense. He kind of tells on himself too that nobody wants to talk to this faggot. Like, he tells on himself in the fucking screenshot, dudes. Like, he's literally saying, no, nobody wants to talk to me right now, so I have to talk to Ross. Like, you know, that guy that I called a stalker, that I'm allegedly scared for my life about, that I over-exaggerate and cry about. Yeah, I gotta talk to that guy. It's like, you're fucking retard,
Oh,
too.
do you reckon?
Ross, that guy
Yeah,
that...
while he's waiting.
No. That guy that everybody's supposed to hate because dox. Oh, he doxed us. He doxed us. It's like, okay, motherfucker, but like Steve is still fucking talking to him casually to this fucking day. What is this shit? Are we playing semantics with how we talk to people now? How we associate with them? How we give a fuck if they're a threat or not? This is so fucking gay. You know, I go from like laughing at this shit to like getting angry because I can't believe these motherfuckers are still this fucking dishonest about the leave. It's like this guy offers nothing. Nothing. Sorry, son.
Oh, yeah, keep
Yeah,
going.
I
I'm
mean,
changing the
like,
title.
I mean, Steve's here waiting for replies, like he says in the DMs with me, and I'm like coming off of fucking work and whatnot after I take care of my sister and my own personal business, and I'm like, you're calling me a faggot, you're saying my sister's dying or probably dead, and I'm like, you have nothing better to do with your life, Steve? Are you that much of a fucking incel?
Look, I don't know how much I can say on this stream. I don't know how off the cuff I can be, Simp. How off the cuff can I
Don't
be?
be.
I can't. Fuck.
Not too much. What you said so
Well,
far is great, but it's not too
Okay.
much. I put you guys in the title now because y'all have been great.
Look, I'm just saying that I fail to see why I should like give a shit if Steve gets swatted because of how much of a piece of shit he's gonna be to people and their fucking family members. Like why should I give a shit if anything happens to him or even his family? Why? Like tell me, give me a fucking reason that I should care about this faggot who's doing like malicious shit, intimidation, whatever the fuck you want to call it, to other people. Why? Why do I have to care? Why do I have to pretend to care? I don't. I really fucking don't. Right? So it's like
I mean,
I'm not playing these moral arbiter fucking optic games. Even with the slug thing, you know, it was like the same response I had when people were like over exaggerating, saying Salvo doxed a bunch of people.
You know what's-
Same reaction. I don't care.
You know what's
Like,
funny though, right? Watch this though. Since I've changed my title now to that, right? Watch them all flock over here like a bunch of fucking like vultures now.
I wish.
Like, watch it. If they fucking do, I'm gonna grill them out of it. Because it's like, really? Now you're interested? So you've stopped ducking me temporarily?
I mean, Steve, if you're just gonna keep messaging me on your alt account, I'm just gonna keep screenshotting and put it out on tweets because you know what? If you're gonna be that much of a bitch to go behind closed doors rather than confront me online in front of everybody, then I'm not gonna bother responding to you. I'm just gonna make you look like what you really are, a fucking ugly little piece of shit.
I'm not changing it to send
And
pops off,
fucking,
Darcy.
fucking gay people think Steve's attractive, right? So, look, he's not that ugly, all right? Gay people have told me Steve is attractive.
What about women?
Um, I mean, maybe a little bit, I guess, like a couple. I mean, those same women have said Slug's attractive, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I
fair
guess
point.
take that for what you will.
I'm still an unknown, so.
Okay, you know what's crazy about that? This is a funny story. It's not as serious, but it's crazy that fucking Steve mauled it when he first heard that people were saying Slug was attractive. Like this guy genuinely got angry that people were saying that Slug was attractive. Like that's fucking crazy to me. Like what the fuck? Why would you get mad at that? It's fucking
Because they're
insane.
not
Like
talking
you
about
don't
him.
Here's the thing, you don't think much about it when he does these throwaway comments at the time, but then you really look at the person, right, and who they are and what they've done thus far. You really analyze it and you're like, this isn't really fucking normal. And then you see how unhinged this guy is and how serious he takes this shit sometimes. And it's like, oh yeah, I could totally see him being like fucked in the head for this shit. Like there's something wrong there. This guy is legit like I don't know, he's either a narcissist or a sociopath. He's one or the other because it's the same fucking pattern. It's like the thing with narcissists and sociopaths, to my knowledge, is that they're not really downers to be around. They could be very fun people to be around, right? And that's exactly that's what I've always said about this guy, right? Like we gelled. I don't know if that's like just exclusive to me and him, but he's a fun guy to hang out with. I won't deny that. You know, the times we hung out, GG, I think you can attest to that too, right? We had fun like
I
when we were
mean,
doing the Ari thing, we were having a good time chilling with him, right?
yeah, but like I don't have like a large repertoire outside of that with them.
Yeah, again, so that I mean, this would apply more to me, I guess. But like the point is like, yeah, we're chill. But then when he goes fucking psycho and unhinged and like he gets mad at you, right? It just becomes like very, very gay and
Yeah.
very, very strange.
I mean, you gotta wonder like who broke off the relationship between him and his head shrinker, like
Uh,
his girlfriend at the time. You think she realized that he was like a narcissistic piece of shit?
I don't know. I think he gets along with Maya because of the narcissist factor. But look at this fucking tweet right here. So this like the lack of self-awareness for this faggot. So he like remember that fucking meme that I have of him and Soroka, you know, the Spider-Mans and them pointing at each other? Literally,
Yeah.
he can't understand. Like he's trying to mock James Soroka, you know, the mentally ill dude that should probably be dead by now, if we're being honest. But he's trying to. By the way, I do hold it against James that he isn't dead yet because he's the only reason Steve is relevant right now. So yeah, James, kill yourself just for that. But like the thing with Steve is like he does the same shit Soroka does with us. He was Soroka and we were him in this instance. We literally made a block, all of us, with how upset we were making him. But so like Steve, you can't be this much of a fucking hypocrite. Like you can't be like, oh, he's so upset. Look at him. I'm above this. It's like we have dozens of screenshots where you do the same fucking thing and you spurg out and you send long messages and you're like crying to Ross in the middle of the night. It's like you're literally just as mentally unstable as this faggot. You're just not poor yet. Which you should be. Like, if we're being honest, if Steve was poor, that would probably be the best thing for humbling him and the funniest thing as well.
Well, he's got the Canadian welfare system taking care of him, Sam. I mean,
Like, like
they hand out money like it's just like lifeblood.
oh god. Yeah, I mean that's a reason to hate Canada, I guess. Like I hate right now I hate James Soroka and I hate Canada. I fucking hate both of those things. I wish they would just disintegrate.
Yeah,
Like the Thanos snap.
oh, you see, the fucking issue is, and it always boils back to this, is that when you look at them, they're only strong when there's a group of them. That is literally it. They will fucking go at you and they will hammer you all day long, but then as soon as it drops to 3 or 2 people, they'll fucking scuttle away like fucking cockroaches.
Yeah.
That's probably the best way to describe Steve, actually, now that I'm fucking thinking of it. He's a fucking cockroach.
He's a fucking cockroach.
Well, I guess we know that nuclear weapons won't take him out. We'll just have to take him out the old-fashioned way.
It's still
just step
early
on him
yet.
with a boot.
Old Yeller.
Well,
Nah, we
no.
can just curb stomp him.
I'm just fucking.
Jinkies, it's Old Man Lithgow.
I'm just fucking sick of these people acting like butter wouldn't melt in their fucking mouth.
What is that? What is that saying?
Oh, it's basically like they can't be criticized or any shit like that.
Oh, okay.
Like they're acting like they're holier than everyone. It's like
Yeah.
I'm going after Jane and Repsion because they lied about me, and then fucking Ruby's like, oh, I'm with her. Like, see, that's another thing. Ruby has no fucking reason
I
to
gotta check
fucking
the
be in
I gotta
this.
check the alt account from Maya later and see what the fuck she's been saying. Cause
But like,
I was
you know what I'm saying, right? Ruby has no fucking reason to be in this. Like, she is literally like a tag along.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess Ruby's just doing this so she has a reason to not
But
die
like,
or
what's
something.
her stake in this? Like, that's the one thing I've only
No, she just
actually
doesn't want.
thought
She
about it.
doesn't. She has nothing to do right now. She doesn't want to die alone. Like, okay, so here's the thing. All right,
somebody at that age, you would expect them to have like, I don't know, a dog, a cat, or a kid or some shit taking care of them or
Oh no,
whatever.
Ruby has Maya.
Ruby has none of that, and to be honest, probably for the best. Because if fucking Ruby ever had a kid, she'd probably either sexually assault it, given that she likes hanging out with Maya, who likes to sexually assault children, but or she'd probably teach it to be as fucking conniving and evil as her. So I don't know. It's probably good. On the flip side, though, because she doesn't have any responsibilities, she's on the internet and she's doing this stupid shit all the fucking time. And I mean, she's not that much of a hindrance. Like, I could probably stand Ruby's flip-floppy ass along more than fucking Eugen, right? Because at least Ruby tries to suck up every once in a while, right? But Eugen, dude, that guy is fucking completely bad faith. Like, in one stream, he will completely not want to play semantics with doxing. He will just hammer it in that Slug is a doxer, no semantics. On the next stream, right, he's playing semantics with doxing and why it's okay for Ruby to dox Raw by Jane and Dan and all those guys. Like, are you kidding me? It's so fucking blatant too. But like, here's the thing. It's like what I said earlier, Simp. Nobody gives a shit about this guy. If he was relevant, people would give a fuck enough.
Yeah.
But nobody cares about him, right? That's the thing. It's like, it doesn't matter right now. It doesn't, I don't know if it'll ever matter, but that's just one of the things where it's like, you can't play semantics in one instance and then in the other one be so gung-ho about taking out Slug that, oh no, no exceptions, doxing is doxing. Also, by the way, this fucking faggot Eugen doxes people all the time. He literally went into a thread called Doxymon, which is that's the one of the okay, so basically what it was is a group of Kiwis, right? This one faggot called Held, right? German, probably a pedo, probably one of the pedophiles in Flamenco's group chat. Held made a little fucking weird thing called the Doxymon, where he would try to get his Kiwi reputation up or whatever, because that's cool, I guess, by doxing people, and he would make it essentially in like a Pokemon format, thus the mon at the end, right? Pokemon, he just changed the Pokey to Doxy, as in dox, right? So this faggot would do that. Literally, that fucking thing that Eugen's referencing has a bunch of doxes in it. It literally says it in the name, you fucking dumb little faggot. And then he goes and he tries to play the game of public information. It's like, bro, you can't do that with that. And you can't, like, you're gonna condemn Slug for the same shit. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. You're just preying on the fact that so many people dislike Slug now that they're just gonna be blinded to the fucking facts in front of them. That's why I hate Slug when he makes this so much more difficult than it needs to be. Because here's the thing with Slug, he's not fucking perfect at all, because he makes this so much more difficult. This is the main criticism I have for this
this guy. He's always such a raging lunatic when it comes to certain things. Like he doesn't think, he doesn't stop for a second and breathe, and he doesn't observe the situation. He's just pure impulse. He'll go and he'll start making threats. He'll start doing this and that, and it's like, bro, slow down. Like, calm down. I get it. I don't like being lied about either. I get the false allegations. I get this shit. But this is gonna happen. And what you do, you don't spurg out like Flamenco does. That's Flamenco's problem too. He has the same issue, but to a higher degree. You address the situation, you're calm about it, and you see if you're diplomatic about this shit. If you can be diplomatic with the person. All right? And there are plenty of instances where Slug could have been diplomatic and he could have been okay with the bridge, you know? He could have kept the bridge alive, but he fucked up because he overreacts. He goes too fucking crazy. Now he's threatening to fucking sue Leia something. It's fucking insane. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Me and Leia were never really on the best like foot in the beginning either, but we talked and she showed that she could fucking talk and she wasn't beyond reason. So it's like, Slug, you have no fucking reason for this. Like, I get it. She was saying shit about me too, but when we fucking talk, bro, it's not that difficult. It's not like it's a Hugin situation. When you're with someone like Hugin and Ruby and Maya and Steve, those are people that are what you call like the true definition of bad faith acting. They will act like they're acting in good faith, but they're not. And you can tell by a little bit when you get into the discussion, they'll either play stupid, they'll pretend not to have information that they later reveal to have, shit like that. Those are the little signals that you'll see from these faggots. And it's like, that's my main criticism of the fucking Slug. I don't know how I got from like talking about Lithgow to fucking Slug, but like that's what I guess they're just synonymous with each other at this point in time, right?
My read on the whole Slug Leia situation is because Leia was supporting Hugin, and Slug took a personal slight to that, and she was also parroting the shit that Hugin was saying about Slug. I think that's what drew his ire more than anything else.
I think it was just Slug being a fucking idiot, making like a random throwaway like poll or statement. I only ever heard the statement, but based on how he delivered it, I didn't think he like it wasn't his usual Slug shit where he was like, "Oh, mind you, this guy is this," or whatever. He wasn't doing that. Right? So this was just literally like, even you can even hear it in his tone. It was more or less like, "Oh, is this a question?" Like he was questioning himself. He wasn't making a direct statement like that. That's how I thought it was like different and stuff. I didn't think this was I thought it was like a joke that like I thought Leia was in on. I didn't know that she was gonna get angry at that or something. I didn't know that it was gonna escalate. If not, I would have said something like on the Xylee stream that night that I went on. But I was fucking dying, Gigi. I was just recovering from the flu. I don't know if you remember that. My voice, yeah, my voice was like not made for that. Like I could barely muster it. But I had to talk to Xylee that night, and I couldn't be fucked to.
Yeah,
you know,
you had terrible allergies.
Yeah, this time for sure.
That's what it was.
I couldn't be like fucked to continue to talk because my throat was dying and shit. So, you know, that's kind of my bad because I feel like if I would have been able to, like, I guess tell Leia earlier, then maybe it wouldn't have gotten to this point. At the same time, it's like Hugin kind of like, you know, he's done this doxing shit like 2 or 3 times too. So it's like, you know, like I get her being angry at Slug and shit, but at the same time, it's like, you know, Hugin ain't really any better. Like, if you want to put it, like, let me put it to you this way, it's like, Steve, Hugin, and Slug are literally the same in their doxing and their spurging. They just have different fucking approaches to that. You know?
I mean, the whole thing is predicated on what Leia was saying about Hugin liking him and all the other stuff, but then, like, Hugin goes full old Slug, you know, threatening to swat people and whatnot. Which I don't even think Slug even did that before.
I mean, Slug has done really questionable shit in the past. Like, that's before he got any fucking direction or anything. Like, I don't, like, he does really, like, I won't deny that he has done, like, malicious, annoying shit. I think you've even seen it, Gigi. But, like, the thing with Slug, I think in the right direction, you know, which isn't our job, to be fair, but I think, like, if you're willing to take some time to, like, set him in the right direction, it's not... He's not without, like, he's not beyond redeeming, but his stupidity makes it seem like he's beyond redeeming. Like that whole thing with Demented literally didn't need to fucking happen. What an idiot. Like that thing with Leia literally didn't even need to happen. Right? I know he's saying that he lost communication with her, but it's like at the same time, you could have found a way to talk to her eventually. I'm sure she's not very difficult to reach. And again, I was in your same fucking scenario, bro. I was in the same scenario. She came at me hard as well, right? And we ended up talking. That's the thing, Slug. You sometimes with certain people, you gotta let shit go, bro. You have to let shit go. Otherwise, you're not gonna adapt in the fucking world, bro. But there are other people that you can hold on that like grudge for, like people that you'll give 2 chances to, 3 chances to, and they continuously do the same shit in a malicious way towards you. Like for example, like the Steve thing, like I can understand holding a grudge for that or whatever within reason. Don't be self-absorbed. Don't be fucking obsessed like he apparently is with my mod and fucking White Silverback for some fucking reason. I didn't even talk about Steve in like directly for the longest fucking time. The only reason I pulled up to his alt account today and said, "What up, bitch boy," is because he's complaining to other men on fucking DMs that like nobody wants to challenge him, that everybody blocked them, that he's only going to these guys to kill some time or whatever, because I guess he has this weird ego, his little fucking noodle neck. And I'm just like, okay, what's up, bitch? Like, you want to talk? Let's fucking talk. You got some time to kill? I got some time to kill too. Let's fucking talk. Give me your paragraphs. Tell me about how you're trying to dox my parents or whatever. Tell me about how you were like, whatever you wanted to do, the red ski. Tell me about anything you're doing. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. Let go. Like, what's up? Like, and I think the thing is, he knows that I'm as dirty as him and that I want to be even dirtier to him. Because he knows. Like, that's the thing. That's why we got along, too, because we thought alike so well. And that's the thing, Steve. If you think I'm going to do something, yeah, I probably have already thought about it, or I've made little bits and maneuvers to get to that point. That's right. Like, I get your paranoia on that front. I get it, because we bonded over this fucked up shit. There's a lot of fucked up shit that me and the Leaf bonded over, right? Like, even
Yeah.
at one point, the whole decapitation of Slug and how you were gonna fucking kill him and do this and that and how you were gonna piss on him after, like, we talked about that. I laughed at that at the time. Of course. Of course, Slug was a piece of shit to us. I'm not gonna forget that. I'm never gonna forget that. But I'll look over it. I'll get over it because that's what people do. Because he hasn't fucked me over. He's been a good guy overall to me, right? And it didn't start that way, trust me. I remember early on to the partnership, Slug was still leaking my fucking DMs. I remember because I saw people would send me and say, "Look, Slug is leaking your DMs." I'm like, it's fine. I'm not saying anything in those DMs that I wouldn't, right? And at the very fucking least, he'll give me enough, like, shared ability to show that these are actually my DMs, because he'll screenshot the Discord ID, right? Or he'll pull it up on stream at the very fucking least,
Yeah, you
right? So I don't mind my DMs being leaked if they're actually my fucking DMs. That's fine. I don't give a fuck, right? That's why I didn't really care that much. Was it annoying to an extent? Yeah. But little by little, this guy got better. Like, he started, I think, realizing that maybe we could be friends, that we don't want to kill him, Like, maybe a lot of the shit that was overproduced by fucking Steve, right? A lot of these issues were produced by Steve. I don't.
Yeah, I get you.
I think Slug could be a nice guy. I think everybody could be fucked up, but I think his like him being malicious is more to the like it's more equivalent to like a kid having a temper tantrum and shit. Like, if anything, you could call Slug like a man child of sorts, right? But I still think there might be a layer of like redeemability to him to at least an extent, because again, that whole thing that he did with Demented, like, it was it malicious? Yeah, sure, you can say that as well, but like the actions that follow it kind of like the I mean, you can read it two ways, but the actions that followed it, it just seems to me like he did these steps all fucking wrong, or he could have just gotten rid of step one, not given the Twitter account, and just straight up just went to point two and point three that he was making, which was like, don't do this, think about all the shit you've done, which, Slug, you should have fucking taken your own advice. And number three, you could have been like, oh, and if you do try something demented, I will call the cops on you. That's all you had to do. 2 and 3, you would have been golden. You would have looked great. But, like, I don't know. He was trying to look cool, I guess, because this is another thing that I realized with Slug too. He brings up the threats, but it's only to ever, like, look cool or to get people to back off sometimes. So it's like, you gotta stop doing that, man. Like, I like you, but, like, some of the shit that you do is, like, really could be prevented. Like, it does not need to be this difficult. You don't need to make things difficult for yourself. You don't need to let little freaks like Steve and Hugin do, like, fucking cartwheels over your grave for stupid shit. You don't need to have disagreements with people that you were cool with, right? You don't need to burn bridges like Tipster aimlessly. You don't have to do that, bro. It doesn't have to be this difficult. And again, I don't know how I got here from Steve to fucking Slug, but oh, here we are.
And I think with
You
that,
said it yourself. They're one and the same.
I think
Yeah, that's true.
I think with that, I think that's where we're gonna call it because my brain is on the verge of melting.
Yeah. That's
So-
fine. I gotta get food too.
So everyone who has watched this, remember, no, none of the people that we've addressed is ever gonna watch this because they're fucking coward bitches. And if you all do and you've made it to the end, well, let me just say, stop being a bunch of faggots and actually reply to me. Alright, that's it, guys. Take care. Hope you had a good night, and we'll see you next time.
Later,
Alright.
guys.
Later.